Hello everyone, it's Yogesh and welcome to my new video. Well, update on things as usual. I've been writing a lot and working on something new. And well, today I think I'd want to talk about the idea of looking for inspiration. I think that's one of the key things that keeps us going, basically with our lives and everything that is happening around us. I mean, to look for inspiration in something and to work on that and to create something new. I think that's a form of art in its purest state. I mean, for me, basically, I also tend to be driven driven by this idea of overwhelming emotion that is revolving around my mind, and for that emotion to transcend into something new, I undeniably have to look for some inspiration around me. And for majority of the times I found myself to be in a situation whereby I'd be stuck in a particular piece or in a particular phase, and then I would think to myself, what is actually going on around me. And then basically things would just change. I would get up and there would be this thought that something ought to be constructed out of that chaos that you are in. And maybe it would just be a thought, a movie, a place, or a person maybe that could inspire you and spark new thoughts into what you are about to construct. For me to have centered my writings on things that have been basically revolving around us, I think it's one of the things that we should take into consideration. Like, I'm highly cautious of the environment I'm in, and as I believe that shapes it is a conditional that has been forever prevalent, and for us to dwell on that and to construct a new phenomenon is something that is highly intuitive, I think. So as far as inspiration is concerned, I mean, you look at some of the greatest minds that have ever lived, they too have been highly supportive of the notion in looking for inspirations and to be able to generalize a new branch of thoughts based upon that is something that has to be one of the most remarkable things that ought to happen to any person. And I mean, look at the environment around you and absorb all that is happening, and to think that the moment in which we are in, and that it will just elapse in a few seconds. I think it's remarkable, and that what that previous moment may have left for us, and for us to build on that. Let's say maybe I'm sitting here recording this video, but to be seated here and to think what ought to be thought, there is actually a different action in play. I may have forgone the alternative thought processes that could have happened, and for that to take over, I think it's natural to have this searching mindset that needs to be sparked, and for that mindset to be lit, you basically need inspirations, isn't it? I mean, we all are so convulsed into the idea of looking up at people with their the influence on the society and what all they have done to the various sectors, and for us to find a meaning attached towards it and work ourselves on what we could do for ourselves. And it's vast, the society and everything, it's so vast, and then we have this little version of ourselves walking around thinking of everything that is, but to touch the topic that could be, I think that's one of the major parts of this life, to be able to sink in that new knowledge and express. I mean, literally there are so many things out there unexplored, still to be touched, and we human beings, we tend to have that construct rather of this request to search and to create a meaning out of it. I think that's one of the gifts rather in part of humanity, in part of humans, this mind that we have. And I believe that we as a species, to thrive, we continually have to search for new knowledge. And obviously that new knowledge could, one of the ways it could take form is that we need to find inspirations. I mean, everyone has inspirations. I too have a lot of inspirations. There are some days where I would write a piece and then I would stop because it enters that maybe that maybe the dull phase, as you'd call it. But then there's this moment you are living it, and then you suddenly something happens. Excuse me. And you are just you have a completely different mindset. You really want to complete that piece, and what transpired that moment is the brief attachment that you may have had with your surrounding, or with the person, or with the thought, or maybe with the food you ate, or a movie that you watched. It could be in any form, this inspiration that we so compassionately need rather. I think it's remarkable that we as humans, we thrive on this notion of searching. And for everyone out there, I just know that you are all special in some way. It's need to search for that one inspiration that will get a hold of you and change your lives forever, and that will be the definitive moment of your life rather, in a way that you couldn't have ever predicted. And as for the short span that we have, I'd say that I think it's fair to say, to make it count in a way that our minds can contribute to something or somewhere or to someone, either it be in a short form or a long form. It doesn't matter. It does not the degree to which you touch something or change or influence it. It could be in the simplest of the forms. That's change, isn't it? So I'd say for you to sit back there and rethink on all that is happening around you. Look for an inspiration and just walk your way up towards it, and you will realize that maybe it's what you needed the most in this chaos that we are in. So yes, basically, and yes, don't forget to first of all rather think for yourselves. I know it's time we need more critical thinkers, and basically just converge with the idea and pour as much as you can, and you'll see that changes are coming. Alright, thank you very much, and see you in my next vlog.